Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Yes, we're back, y'all. This time. We got How Cats Broke the Game by Tirzu. This one, I always talk about she want a cat. This one, ain't never getting a cat.
Well, I am.
You ain't gonna be here. You gonna be here with it. Mark my words.
Yeah, mark
I
mine.
ain't never getting one. Never. You gonna be a old single cat lady, huh? See.
That sounds good.
Let's do it.
And that should do. Me, my cats, and my dog.
You're gonna be like that cat lady. Died in the house with the mom.
Okay.
See, like, I ain't going out like this.
That was sad. That's not a joke.
I'm just saying, you the one said you want to be the cat lady.
Okay, I'm gonna be a cat lady, dog lady. You know, whatever else. What other animals I want?
Ain't my problem. You weren't gonna be lonely. Just me and my cats. We are lonely.
Just because I'm alone don't mean I'll be lonely. You know?
Hey, man, with that being said, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want the first part. All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Like it with a thumbs up.
Man, I don't know which channel this is going to be on, but hey, whatever channel it's on, y'all run up the subscribers, man. We're trying to continue to grow the channel, man, but we need you to help. So make sure y'all lock it in with a sub. Hit us with a sub. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite? Where are your favorite subs from? I know your favorite sub spot. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about. You ain't had them in about a month.
I miss them. I think about them.
Do you think about me?
Okay, babe.
Look at that. Let go.
3, 2, 1, go!
What you pointing that house cat for?
It was an insider from what you just said before we started recording. Come on.
What's an insider? What?
I can't say it out loud. Come on.
Oh.
This game's tier list can seem pretty set in stone sometimes, but in reality, major shifts in the meta can happen extremely quickly, especially when new resource hotspots and points of interest open up. Builds which are well adapted to capitalize on these flashpoints can see dramatic ascensions on the tier list. One such event occurred when humans unlocked the food storage ability. This greatly improved the humans' survivability by giving them a consistent source of XP even during harsh winters or famines. That is, if they could defend their stockpiles. These stashes were incredibly valuable, and could easily support entire colonies of rats and sparrows if improperly guarded. And while these Neolithic humans did have some techniques they could use to try and protect their precious grain on their own, ultimately their saving grace came in the form of a previously low-tier predator build that was barely scraping by in the North African savanna, the Wildcat. A build which, once domesticated, would go on to become one of the most oppressive, overpowered predators in the current meta. But what is it about the house cat that makes it such a dominant threat? And how was it that the wildcat became better suited at taking advantage of pest infestations than other builds? To really explain the success of the house cat, we need to go way back and start our story just after the Miocene balance patch. This update granted mammals access to a new ability called Carnival Teeth, a side grade of the dentition skill tree, which allows users to gain bonus.
You see them all? Like that. I wish mine was like that.
Okay.
I should go get mine, you know what I'm saying? Extend it out. So every time I just
want to be like a cat, but you don't want a cat.
No, so every time you just see me just, why your teeth sticking out your mouth? Bitch, I'm like that. And then when I open my mouth,
something wrong with you. I really
like the teeth like that though. Maybe it's the vampire in me.
XP from carcasses and carrion sources. This may seem like a minor thing, but it completely changed up the metagame and made hyper-carnivorous builds a lot more viable, giving rise to a new archetype called the Carnivoran, a group which includes many of the most popular predator builds in the current meta. Carnivorans are divided into two factions, Caniforms and feliforms. Caniforms are more generalist in nature and invest a lot into the olfaction skill tree, letting them track the sense of whatever they need, be it scavengeable carrion, prey, fruit, honey, water, or teammates, from a great distance. They also tend to have a lot of stamina, allowing them to run for long distances without tiring. Feliforms, on the other hand, doubled down on the Carnivoran archetype's original strategy. They spec'd into even more abilities meant to crank up the efficiency of the hyper-carnivore game plan. The ability Tongue Papillae allows felids to extract even more value from fresh kills. Instead of investing heavily into scent-based sensory power, feliforms tend to focus more on their hearing and eyesight abilities. This doesn't help them scavenge, since things like carcasses and berries don't make sound, but it does make them incredibly good at detecting hidden prey. Also, in keeping with the Carnivoran's first major advancement, feliforms also focus
A little too bold for me. I ain't about that life. I'll do that. Pull back a nub.
a lot more heavily on specialized dentition, optimizing their bite attacks to deal massive puncture damage, and more effectively hold onto prey so the user can deal bonus damage with their claws. Throw in a few more ambush-focused abilities like retractable claws and camouflage fur patterns, and you've arrived at the modern felid, easily one of the most successful stealth assassin builds the game has ever seen. In fact, during the Ice Age expansion, felids were such a dominant threat that many other predator builds had trouble competing with them at all. In the current
you a hoe. You did sneak attack. You see how he just snuck up on him?
You gotta have your head on a swivel. You just never know.
And then this motherfucker, he said, "Watch out, Felix. Watch how I do this shit." He snuck up on. Oh no, I'm talking about the cat.
That's what
I'm talking about the big cat. Cause this one back here just watch out. This one Felix.
That one Felix. That's what I said.
This one Felix. Damn. Watch out, Felix. Hold on, Tom.
I was trying to say, I was like, that. I like Felix, but
watch out, Felix. Let me do this shit. Hold on.
Sylvester. I like Sylvester.
Nah, Sylvester.
Felix and Sylvester?
Nah, hell nah.
I like that.
Hold on, Felix. Cool. Tom cool.
Okay, babe. Come on.
Dominant threat that many other predator builds had trouble competing with them at all. In the current meta, cats remain incredibly dominant in virtually every major terrestrial server. Basically every cat, including the ones I like to throw shade at, is a threat. Not just to those of similar weight class, but even to builds that vastly outweigh them. Although their power stat tends to be fairly modest among Carnivorans, through efficient use of critical hits, a skilled felid player can take down just about anything. While the majority of the felid player base was off-rampaging through the upper weight classes, an offshoot of the faction opted to forego larger size and instead chose to spec into a few new abilities, meant to capitalize on exploiting the weaknesses commonly found in the lower weight classes. So let's finally start unpacking what makes the house cat so overpowered. We'll begin with a quick look at the cat's stats. We've got a build with upper mid-level intelligence, low defensive stats, decent damage, above average stealth, high mobility, and excellent perception. Right off the bat, something that might jump out at you is, well, the fact that nothing jumps out at you. Right off the bat, something that might jump out at you is, well, the fact that nothing jumps out at you. Cats are supposedly some of the most broken predators of all time, and yet none of their stats seems all that busted on their own. Top tier builds tend to have at least one stat that is so high it completely invalidates the strategies of other players. But no, cats aren't able to use tools, they don't have a bone-crushing or venomous bite, they can't change colors, they can't tank attacks for days, they can't echolocate, and so on. So no obvious answer here. Next, let's check out their unique abilities. We talked about a few already, including the abilities that buff the XP rates from meat sources. These should not be understated, as without them you can pretty much entirely write off the viability of this build. Cats, and all other mammals, have the warm-blooded trait. This grants them greatly improved stamina regen rates, greater resistance to cold damage, and a bunch of other useful perks, but at the cost of much greater upkeep requirements, meaning they need to secure kills much more frequently than similarly sized cold-blooded builds. Without these abilities granting the cat bonus XP from meat, it would be very difficult for them to keep up with their energy needs, even with how efficient cats are at hunting. Cats can also move extremely quietly due to their soft toe pads and retractable claws, enabling them to easily get within striking range of prey through smart use of cover and line of sight. But okay, all types of cat, large and small, have those abilities. How about something more unique to house cats? For that, let's look at their primary perception-based ability, slitted pupils. This ability grants house cats extremely precise depth perception, greater than all other felids. This allows them to perfectly judge the optimal pouncing distance, massively increasing their odds of landing an immediate critical hit and incapacitating their target before it has a chance to respond. So even though the house cat's base damage isn't broken in and of itself, when a house cat goes on the offensive, it can certainly look that way. This strategy is what has led to the complete collapse of several different player bases in the amphibian, reptile, bird, and mammal factions, as it truly is that oppressive. Now, while we were first looking at the cat's base stats, one thing you might have assumed right away was that the cat's lower defensive stats are its main weakness, and that cats function as a sort of glass cannon, with very little counterplay options when attacked. You might also assume that given the cat's high mobility, their primary defensive strategy is simply to run away when they feel threatened. And while their top speed is often enough to escape danger when needed, instead, cats employ their mobility stat defensively in a different way. This is where one of the most shockingly effective aspects of the house cat manifests. House cats use their incredible agility to stand their ground. Agility and quick reflexes are usually used to dodge attacks, but cats instead actually use the reflexes to deflect them. Because their incredible depth perception grants them such high accuracy on their attacks, they can use their...
I got faster reflexes. He can kill the fly.
You ain't got no faster reflexes
Yes, I
than
do.
no cat.
Yes, I do. I can kill the fly. I could have killed that fly with my bare hand. He's struggling.
He not struggling. He playing.
No, he's struggling. Like, damn, missed you again. Damn. I could have already had him dead.
What about catching them rats? You doing that?
Yeah, I can.
You giving them snakes some skippity pat? What you doing?
Yeah,
you doing all that?
just like that.
Okay,
Skippity
so,
pat.
first of all, don't make me pop you.
No, why you always got to do something that somebody else already... You a follower. Be a leader.
Why would you hit me?
You do it first.
I'm not about to
and
let somebody hit me and then I'm just go,
I
want
ain't hit
to be
you.
a leader.
I didn't
so I'm
hit
not gonna
you.
hit you back.
I didn't hit you. I gave you a skippity pat.
I can't wait to get my cat.
Never.
I just don't want an orange cat. I want an orange cat.
What you want? Because it ain't coming in this big.
Well,
Never. When I say never, y'all, I mean absolutely never. A dog already is a lot of work. You on what?
Nothing.
Don't ever say you on nothing. Don't say that. Don't say that.
All right.
Their incredible depth perception grants them such a high accuracy on their attacks, they can use their claw swipe attack to actually block incoming strikes. This is surprisingly consistent and works on a lot more attacks than you might think. Now, obviously this is a high skill, high reward strategy. Missing a parry can result in serious damage, but if you get good enough at this, you can ward off attacks from just about anything, and potentially even open up opportunities for counterattacks. Put all this together, and you come to understand what a house cat build truly is. A house cat is what you get when you fuse the deadliness of a snake with the energy of a mammal. But why does this playstyle make for such a good partnership with human players? Compared to dogs, they seem like they'd be much less useful party members. Humans broke the game and became the top-tier build by using coordinated team strategies and tool use in order to utterly trivialize their matchup versus large mammals. Dogs easily slot right into this game plan, as they can help track and chase down large prey, and also sniff out any potential ambush predators that could disrupt and punish this strategy. When a successful kill is made, dogs and humans naturally split the reward and both benefit. Dogs are also great defensively, as they can keep watch at camp and alert party members of approaching enemies. Cats are generally pretty useless in this regard. They don't have anywhere near the endurance required to chase down prey over long distances, can't square off head-to-head with those builds anyway, and aren't nearly as reliable for early enemy alerts. The kills the cat makes can't realistically be shared with humans either. It wasn't until humanity unlocked the agriculture ability that the player base began to notice additional vulnerabilities they didn't need to care about before. Vulnerabilities that dogs couldn't really help with. When operating off of a hunter-gatherer strategy, humans could basically ignore all builds in the low weight class. Rats and birds were no threat to humans, and also not worth the effort to take down, so it makes sense for them to just focus on larger quarries. However, when the focus shifts to farming and food storage, those same builds humans were ignoring before suddenly became one of their biggest threats. Having a granary raided and its food reserves destroyed could easily wipe out an entire human settlement. so figuring out proper security for these storage sites was critical. Dogs simply are not effective enough at stopping pest infestations to fill that role. They cannot climb or fit into small spaces, and aren't stealthy enough to catch the trickier pests. Cats, on the other hand, are truly excellent at this task, and come with other benefits as well. The main one being that they require very little upkeep. Although they are social builds, they hunt alone, so they don't require any direction or attention from their human party members in order to accomplish their task. Since humans don't have any need for rat or bird carcasses, the fact that cats don't usually share their kills is actually a benefit rather than a drawback. The only thing cats really require from humans is to share in the shelters they construct. In the wilderness, cats typically use burrows, hollow stumps, or caves as their home bases. But these are vulnerable to attacks. Human settlements are significantly safer. Speaking of safety, even though cats are extremely lethal hunters, they pose very little danger to humans. This is a huge advantage over snakes, which theoretically could ally with humans to serve the same purpose, but in practice are far too dangerous to risk keeping around. The fact that cats are warm-blooded.
Hold on. Ain't he trying to devenom the snake? So if the snake... Oh, fuck. See, that's why I don't fool with snakes either, bruh. Hey, you got to start making a list and checking it twice of everything you don't like that's not nice. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, Sierra. Nicole.
That's not how you say my name.
I said Sierra. I said Sierra Nicole. I was about to say the last name down. Stop myself. I ain't want to put all your business out there on the internet.
But in practice are far too dangerous
Look
to
at
risk
him.
keeping around.
Oh,
The
shit.
fact that cats are warm-blooded and therefore need to eat more frequently than snakes is also a benefit rather than a drawback for humans, since it means they need to stay on task and keep their guard up. So, while it is common to see players debate which build makes for the better addition to a human player's party, the correct answer is actually both. Dogs are a huge help in the large creature matchup, while cats cover your weaknesses in the small creature.
Yes.
But
so
what
we
if-
need
but-
both. We need balance in this house.
No. Stop it. But what about if you got a little dog? A little dog ain't going against that. He think he
That's,
is.
he think he
It's always about mine what matter, huh?
Baby, he was outside just a minute ago. Honey. The man had to hurry up and run and put his dog on it. I said, baby, you do not want to go
What's dog?
down here. He got it looked like a mix of a pit and a boxer. He got two dogs. He got.
Do I know where he at?
No. I ain't never even seen him before.
On
And
the
he
other
got a
side.
white dog. A big, but both of them was big dogs.
What they on the other
I
side?
said, if you don't come on,
Oh.
but it's down there. I said, if you don't come on, baby, I hurried up and,
Oh, I was walking him one day. I heard a big loud dog barking. I was on the other side.
He
I said,
got
"Man."
two.
I said,
Baby, he's
"What's
like
the
a pit
matter?"
in the box. I said, if you don't come on, you better come on, think you big and bad. I gotta take you and look in the mirror, baby. This is what you look like. You are little.
Are a huge help in the large creature matchup, while cats cover your weaknesses in the small creature matchups.
I ain't got no weakness.
Having both in your party covers all of your weaknesses, and enables human settlements to use a hybrid playstyle of both hunting and farming. So if you're a human main trying to construct the most optimal party comp, the only real question is how you'll keep the dog and cat players from fighting each other. Now, knowing which traits and abilities to invest in can be a difficult choice. Luckily for you, I've partnered with the game Cell to Singularity to provide you the perfect training simulation. Cell to Singularity is your simulation a valuable speed buff. So please do check this one out, because I genuinely have never been so description or scan the QR code on screen now. Thanks again for watching, and as always, good luck out there.
Yo, shout out to that. We did learn a little something. I'm still ain't rocking with no cats though.
Why don't you like cats?
Still ain't rocking with no cats though. I don't really like a lot of pets though.
Have you ever grew up with cats?
Nah,
Like just even around the house? I
Never.
mean, not like around the neighborhood.
Hell no.
Because my grandma
don't
used to
mess
have-
with stray cats, man.
My grandma used to have a lot of them, but she used to feed them. They wasn't hers, so she didn't go out and get the cat. But like,
I was about to say.
it was kind of like she adopted the cat in because
That's cause she old, man.
huh?
At that time, had your granddad passed?
I mean, yeah, but she wasn't old back then.
She was
She
old
done
and
had
lonely.
like all her like they
I am
like
so lonely.
even the house that like she stayed in that we like grew up in, and then the other one that I showed you.
Your grandma was old. She was older. She was an older lady. She was the older lady. She ain't work.
But
she had her.
I love them. Like I love them.
She just had to do something every day.
It was ours. But
She had
technically, it was ours because we took care of them. Well, they need to be taken care of, but we fed them.
Your grandma was bored.
She was not bored.
She was bored. When y'all grandkids ain't there, she gotta have something.
It was always somebody there.
It wasn't always somebody.
It was
she do got a lot of grandkids.
It was always somebody.
She got
there.
a lot of them, grand and great. It was a lot of y'all. But it was probably at time not somebody ain't always there.
Somebody was always there.
Oh,
like,
I forgot.
Somebody was always like there.
Maybe. It's sometimes somebody wasn't there.
She was never alone.
Damn, that gotta be annoying. Oh, make sure y'all spell stuff in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below, man. But until next time, y'all know how it goes, man. I do go with the name DJ New Kid. This is.
It's here to go.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar.